I'm delighted to join you in this important gathering, focusing on rebuilding long-term resilience and sustainability during this time of crisis. I very much hope my presentation will complement and add value to what have been deliberated and shared since yesterday. For this session, I would like to present and share my journey in promoting resilience and sustainability through partnership. Next, please. Let me begin with a short introduction about our organization. The Malaysian Industry Government Group for High Technology, or MIGE, was established in 1993 as not-for-profit organization based on partnership between government and industry. Our core business is on consensus building, think tank to harness technology for business in the area of high technologies. MIGE is governed by a board of directors, helmed through the joint chairmanship of prominent private sector personalities and representatives from the government. We are now under Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, as mentioned by Amirul just now. MIGE is a partnership organization that focuses on three strategic roles. First, we provide strategic advisory to the government and industry, especially in the area of high technology and national interest. Second, we act as intermediary for industry and government through strategic platforms and intervention. Third, we do program management for government and industry for strategic initiative involves key stakeholders at national and international level. Next. Next slide, please. Yeah. In delivering our mandate and supporting the national agenda, we are guided by SDG, or Sustainable Development Goal, and Shared Prosperity Vision 2030, aimed at development for all, addressing wealth and income disparities, and achieving a united, prosperous, and dignified nation. In supporting that, we have aligned our core areas of activities into sustainable cities and communities, the fourth industrial revolution, mobility, partnership, and foresight and future thinking. Next. In the area of resilience and sustainability, our priority is to take city and communities development to the next level based on three pillars, which is economic, environment, and equity, or sometimes we refer it as a social. We always believe when we talk about economic, we are relate ourselves towards competitive city, and then when we talk about environmental, we talk about towards green and resilient city, and from social, we are looking for livable and inclusive city. I think there are so many dimensions when we talk about city and community development, not just in Malaysia but also in the regional and global level. These three elements will provide a balance in our approach when implementing city agenda driven by SDG and new urban agenda. I think we are not just national, but we are also part of global players in many ways. MIGE's journey on resilience and sustainability began since 2013, where we have an incubation stage focusing on Malacca as a demo city. We use industry-driven approach by partnering with city authorities and focus on access implementation readiness on green technology and ICT application. We began to provide intervention at the national platform in the beginning of 2016 through global project focused on policy implementation, awareness and institutional capacity building, and specific demo project. Since then, we now extending our facilitation to other states such as Perak and Penang. Next. Currently, we are participating and managing Sustainable City Development Project with the cooperation of United Nations Industrial Organization, or UNIDO, World Bank and Green Environment Facility, which involve 28 cities in 11 countries, whereby Malacca has been selected as the demo city. Our local partners is KPKT, Melaka State and Melaka Green Technology Corporation. The project focus on policy framework, capacity building, awareness and demo project. The project duration takes 5 years to be fully delivered and will end this year. This project focus on how we can integrate different components from economic, environmental and social objective as mentioned earlier. Among the key initiatives under this project are Melaka Sustainability Outlook Diagnostic Report, credit rating assessment for Melaka State and cities, the development of sustainable cities and community standard, municipal finance and leadership training, last or not least, capacity building and awareness for Melaka Green Seal. Next. As part of Sustainable City project, we are currently implementing a Smart Grid Demo project in Melaka with the cooperation of Energy Commission and Tenaga Nasional Berhad through Unit 10 and TMB Research. The project aims to demonstrate on how the adoption of high technology for energy sector can contribute towards the sustainable city development, especially in Melaka, from the context of sustainable energy technology in reducing the GHG emission. The model of project implementation is expected to be replicable to other cities and as a result, a significant contribution towards more inclusive and holistic development. This Smart Grid project includes 4 main components, namely the development of regulatory framework and input for government policy, human capital capacity development program, awareness raising campaign and demonstration project to be held in Melaka. The Smart Grid Demo project starting from 2020 to 2022 will involve an online integration of existing sustainable energy technologies in Melaka, which includes the generation and use of renewable energy, such as a small and large-scale solar system, vehicle charging station, and electric vehicle, battery storage, smart electricity meters, and so on. The whole idea to connect all devices, all matter related to cities. Next. Our latest project toward a resilient environment is a Perak Sustainable Green Print. This is a collaborative project between MIC and Perak State Government to develop a strategic document and an initiative for the state which align with the vision of the state to transform Perak to be a sustainable state through green initiative by 2040. The preliminary main area of cooperation will be focusing on the 9 key sectors as highlighted in the Green Technology Foresight 2030, such as energy, transportation, building, manufacturing, water, waste, ICT, agriculture, and forestry. Additional area will be also taken into consideration for future opportunities, which will be further identified through stakeholder engagement. Next. In addition, we are also in the midst to formulate a Smart Melaka blueprint to align with the vision to transform Melaka to be a sustainable state through smart governance and initiative by 2035. The document will be developed based on foresight methodology, looking into Melaka as a smart city in 2035, taking into consideration present and future issues, trends and challenges. Next. Back to after gone through so many initiatives at the policy, at the state, at the PBT level, you are wonder what are the ingredients in our case to respond to our current and future challenges, especially in the context of post or current and post pandemic. We believe at MIC, in order to address and respond to the challenges, it requires a collaborative model that works on a win-win approach. One of the model is based on what they call public-private partnership. This is not new model, but require more frequent implementation and action by all the key stakeholders involved. PPP or public-private partnership will bring together the best of the public and private, which is we believe the whole is greater than the sum of its part. Working together, we can do more, faster and better. Under this PPP, we believe we can create a long-term partnership between public and the private sector under the premise that the private sector also can contribute and do something better than the public sector, in particular around innovation, service delivery, commercial orientation, and the drive for efficiency. If well designed and managed, PPP can deliver quality, reliable and cost-efficient infrastructure by mobilizing private expertise, human and financial resources. PPP can also accelerate the construction and also implementation of the infrastructure and ecosystem for our country, improve the efficiencies of public services, and foster innovative solutions that offer a better response to user needs. Next. We ourselves position as a partnership organization, and currently we have over 90 members with various sectors and field of expertise from global and local connection. We have done series of partnership initiatives with our members in the area of renewable energy, green mobility, advanced material, aerospace, waste well, and so on. So perhaps today forum not just talking or deliberating on the idea. We look forward to work together with all kind of partner and collaborator in making and realize what are the necessary action required by all of us. In the area of resilient and sustainable city, might have set up the Malaysian Smart City Alliance as a platform for smart city stakeholders in advancing sustainable city initiative. This alliance was set up back in April 2018 and founded by 4 organizations, 2 at local level, which is Mike and Sunway, and 2 at international level, which is a Global Federation of Competitiveness Council and Global Futures Group. The alliance has now gathered about 44 members, and then the whole idea to bring together different key stakeholders, the industry, the government agency, the community of interest together to improve and provide the right solution and action addressing our current and post-pandemic. Next, please. In addressing the issue and challenges facing today and tomorrow, we need to stress the importance of collaboration, coordination, and communication among ourselves. I think it's not the time for us to focus on our own agenda. We need to make sure everybody taking some role and play a significant action at our level. I think everybody have definitely have some role to play in this whole pandemic. We need to adopt a 360-degree approach where every stakeholder and level are being engaged. We must execute our resilient and sustainable city planning and implementation from 30,000 feet up down to the 3 feet level. It should cut across federal, state, local government and community level. We must bring in third sector that includes the civil society, the media, the community, the academician and so on in implementing resilient and sustainable city, especially in the current pandemic situation. We can't leave only certain sector or certain group of people be given the responsibility. It's a time for us to unite ourselves in addressing not just national challenge, but also now it's become global challenge. And then if we're able to act together, we can turn this as an opportunity for all. This is important because to ensure resilient and sustainable city initiative will benefit all based on participative and inclusive approach. Next. In achieving resilient and sustainable city in the current situation, we need to ask ourselves this question: are we ready? Ready in terms of resources, economic accessibility, digitalization, and institutional. Not only that, we might always apply this methodology called FIRST, which is focused on funding, infrastructure, regulatory, skill and talent, and technology. In whatever we do, either focusing on city development or community development, we always need to give important focus in this first element. Without this first element, it's quite difficult for everybody to move forward. Next, please. As everybody aware, Malaysia is facing not just COVID-19 challenge, but is currently in the midst of other crises such as political uncertainty, economic pressures, and societal changes. If wrongly managed, it might trigger a negative impact to our current and future generation. Not just from generation point of view, but also from country and regional and global point of view. In addressing the issues and the challenges faced by various stakeholders, we believe we need to create a common understanding platform to deliberate, share, and provide the comprehensive solution. Not single point any failure of others, but also we need to stress what we can add value, what we can bring into the action required by everybody. Next, please. We really need to first anticipate changes and disruption. I think we're already facing the disruption. We already begin to normalize ourselves. We are talking about reset, redo, refine, and then re-strategize ourselves, our daily activity, our work-related, our family matters, and so on. I think this is a good time for us to ask ourselves and look for new opportunity and taking a new forward. And then we need to also keep understand what are the current and future needs. I think what we are, now we are struggling with the current pandemic, but at the same time, we now need to begin to look what are our future needs and strategy in addressing long-term plan and vision and a goal, not just at individual level, but also at the country level. We need to manage uncertainties in economic, social, and political. We need to identify drivers of change and champion, and last or not least, adopting and deploying various methodology and strategy. We cannot just rely on conventional, traditional way. We need to begin and move ourselves into new means, a way of doing things. We need to leverage on whatever technology or opportunity in terms of facilitating and accelerating our action at the ground level and also at the national level. Next, I believe this is my last slide. I believe let us work together towards a better Malaysia. The cooperation, the action, the complementary by every stakeholder, every citizen of Malaysia is very important in rebuilding long-term resilient and sustainable city in the wake of the crisis. Once again, thank you for the pleasure. Thank you for this opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.